Hey everyone, welcome to the Common Fanatic. This is Big Tim.
Scantron.
And this is WWE Wednesdays, everyone. I am the special talker, the expert, if you will, on the WWE. I know, Pat gets bored on this segment, but we're gonna include him. We're doing the best we can here.
We're just gonna send it.
Absolutely just gonna send it. So today we are going to go over WWE SmackDown Live's upcoming pay-per-view, Money in the Bank. All right, everyone, let's get this going for all you WWE Wednesday lovers out there. So what we're going to talk about today is the upcoming matches for this upcoming weekend's Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Honestly, one of my favorite pay-per-views of the year. Just fantastic matches. There's going to be two matches this year. One of them is a men's Money in the Bank ladder match, and the other one is going to be the first ever women's Money in the Bank ladder match, which is huge for the women's division directly.
Tim, quick question. Are there ladders in ladder matches?
Yes, Pat, there are ladders and ladder matches. Usually there's 4 to 6, so highly entertaining. And the whole point, I should have explained this to my non-WWE lover to my right over here. Money in the Bank, the entire point of the Money in the Bank ladder match is that you climb to the top of the ladder, which the Money in the Bank suitcase is hanging from. You grab the suitcase, and whoever is the first one to grab it in the match is the one who is going to end up cashing it in for a WWE Championship opportunity at any time throughout the calendar year.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, good concept. I mean, some people got less excited about it than others. That's okay. So with that in mind, I will start with the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, which is going to include Kevin Owens, AJ Styles, Baron Corbin, Sami Zayn, Dolph Ziggler, and Shinsuke Nakamura. So with that in mind, all of them are fantastic competitors, and SmackDown Land of Opportunity as of right now. My pick for this is Shinsuke Nakamura. He debuted less than 3 months ago. He's very tantalizing. They're calling them the artist notice Shinsuke Nakamura. Fantastic in-ring wrestler. Does a little bit of everything well.
Tim, would Mr. Nakamura be a heel or a face?
That's a great question, Sir Scantron. And the reason it's a great question is because at this point he's a face, but he doesn't act like a face or a heel at this point because he's so new. In NXT...
So he's just a douche.
Fair enough. In NXT, which is basically WWE's exhibition, WWE's AAA, if you will, of baseball, if you're comparing apples to apples, he was a face in that respect, so we're going to go with face. He's my pick because I think he was going to make great storylines and, kind of continue with, his momentum that he has. The WWE Championship match is going to be Jinder Mahal versus Randy Orton. So Randy Orton, I love this wrestler. I mean, he's been at it now 15 years, very athletic, RKO out of nowhere, finishing moves. So I'm rooting for him. I do think he's going to lose to Jinder Mahal, though, and the biggest reason for that is because in wrestling today, the number one commodity is attacking the Indian market, and all the Indian wrestlers or Indian pay-per-view type viewers out there who are looking for that Indian presence and championship. And even though Jinder Mahal is Canadian by trade, he does look Indian after all, everyone.
Tim, weird move there to go for the poorest country in the world. Weird move.
It looks like a weird move, but all of the major WWE, TNA, Impact Wrestling, Ring of Honor, New Japan, all of them are going after this Indian market and deal because, believe it or not, it's third world country for majority of India, but the major cities out there are, they're taking hold. So.
Can't believe they have TVs, Tim. Good to hear.
Very good to hear. So moving right along, the next is the women's Money in the Bank ladder match, which is going to be Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, Natalya, Tamina, and Carmella. To me, it's down to either Becky Lynch or Charlotte Flair. Becky Lynch is Irish, so naturally I go for her. She's a face.
Pulling for her heavy.
Absolutely. The redhead, fireball, if you will. Charlotte Flair, very attractive. She's the daughter of legend Ric Flair, so always a good thing there as well. Some other good matches that we have going on is the SmackDown Tag Team Championship, which is the Usos versus the New Day. The New Day just recently debuted on SmackDown after being off TV for a few months, and the Usos, both of these tag teams, if you will, are really great at cutting promos, very entertaining on television. My pick is going to be the Usos to retain. This is a very interesting story.
Good pick, Tim.
This is a very interesting story as my wiseacre individual brother continues to rank on me, but that's okay. So the SmackDown Women's Champion Naomi is facing the just recently debuted as of a week ago Lana, who is pulling off this dancer gimmick. Now, if you guys haven't seen Lana is the ravishing Russian, very, very beautiful. I definitely encourage you guys to take advantage of your viewing pleasure. So with that in mind, this doesn't make a whole lot of sense because Lana doesn't have a lot of wrestling experience and Naomi is extremely athletic in the ring, so I think it's a given that Naomi's going to retain.
Yeah, Lana sucks.
He wouldn't say that if he saw her, and he hasn't seen her, that's for sure. So with that in mind, that is a quick overview of Money in the Bank. I will say, just as a side note, for WWE Monday Night Raw, the Brock Lesnar versus Samoa Joe feud that is taking place, that's going to lead up to SummerSlam, is definitely something to watch. Between last week's Monday Night Raw and the Monday that just passed, everything is heating up. They're brawling left and right, whether that is Samoa Joe putting Paul Heyman, the advocate for Brock Lesnar, in a chokehold, or it's Brock just being vicious and towering. Very, very keen in to watch. So that's a wrap. And that's the overall recap that I have for the Money in the Bank pay-per-view coming up. I encourage you guys to watch WWE. Keep the brand going.
Love to hear it, Tim. Very exciting week, and I think everyone's looking forward to it. Scantron signing off.
This is Big Tim.
Signing off. I also want to give a huge shout out to our first ever sponsor, BioPro Boston. BioPro Boston services all types of trauma, distressed property, and biohazard scenes in communities throughout Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Maine, and Rhode Island. If you or someone you know needs a major cleaning for law enforcement crime scenes or hoarders, make sure to head over to bioproboston.com. That is bioproboston.com, and Jim will take care of whatever you need. Also, we can't forget our sponsors. Huge shout out to Turtle Gear Apparel. They're absolutely awesome. Make some sweet bracelets that I see everywhere. Definitely recommend anyone who needs a sick bracelet, head over to turtlegearapparel.com and order one up. I got one on right now. I get compliments everywhere I go. Really looking forward to partnering with them. So Turtle Gear Apparel, don't forget it.